The UNI Panther football team comes off of a bye week, delivers a big win on homecoming, 34-7, completely destroying Youngstown State in that football game. And Coach, coming off of the bye week a week ago, we talked about you wanting to see your team take a step forward. Do you feel your guys did that?
We did. We played a really good first half. Offense was explosive. Defense really played well, and the special teams did their part and pinned them inside the 20, so everything went well.
When you see all three facets playing with such poise, how confident are you in that locker room at halftime? This last week, you were up 31-0.
Well, we were confident at halftime, but yet at the same time, it was like, how do we get better in the second half? How do we not drop our guard? You're always conscious of that, and we want to go out and repeat and continue to grow. But we weren't as good in the second half as we were in the first, particularly in the third quarter. But like I said, we really played well in that first half.
The defense really stood out to me. A shutout until 2.5 minutes to go in the football game. The defensive line was just so strong that whole football game. Tim Butcher, 6 tackles, 1.5 tackles for the loss. You've talked about him a lot recently. He had another great Saturday.
Well, he did. Him and Brink had a real good Saturday, but Butcher stood out again. I mean, he was tenacious inside. He was knocking people back and still making plays. And again, it was a great group of defensive guys swarming the football.
You see Jared Brinkman and Devin Rice combine for a forced fumble, a recovered fumble. The defense continuing to find turnovers, and the defensive line getting involved. Seems like every Saturday.
Well, and they're doing well. It's a unit. There was 3 turnovers the other day, and there was a couple intercepts and that forced fumble. So we're doing well. We want to keep improving, and there's more meat on the bone, as I would say. But at the same time, you gotta feel good where you're at.
One of the early plays defensively for the UNI football team was a broken down play where Omar Brown had to recover. Coach, Youngstown State threw a deep ball, had a receiver behind the defense. Omar recovered really quickly, knocked that pass away, and really kept the defense in rhythm and on the attack.
Well, I thought that was a key. That was a key play to see what our defense is. It wasn't a key play to the game as much as it was a key moment in the game to really describe our defense. I mean, we had the guy sacked probably 3-4 times. We probably had 5 shots at him and didn't get him on the ground. And then when he got away, there was a receiver wide open downfield, and then Omar had to go back and recover. So again, it's finish the play, run to the whistle, and everybody in the 11 guys had to do that in that particular play.
The UNI defense came up with 2 interceptions in the football game. Riley Van Wy from his linebacker spot. Eric Mooney gets an interception late as well. Guys seem to have good awareness on those pass plays.
Well, we're again, it's a unit. They're getting to the football, and we probably should have had a couple more intercepts out there. But the pressure, along with the coverage, is getting the job done.
Riley Van Wy, one of 3 excellent starting linebackers for the UNI Panthers. One of them is also Spencer Cuvalier. He was named Missouri Valley Football Conference Defensive Player of the Week. 17 tackles for Cuvalier, who continues to just fly to the football.
Well, there's a reason Cuv is captain. I mean, what he's done as a player is why they chose him as a captain. That's what he did in practice. That's what he does in the weight room. That's how he carries himself every day of the week, and that's why a captain plays and has production like he does.
We have a story coming up on another linebacker that's a captain. Alfonso Lambert has really had a great start to this season as he continues to play really, really well. We'll have more on him, but your thoughts on Alfonso and just how he's steadily progressed over the years?
Well, and that's the key to Alfonso. It's his consistency and it's his perseverance. I mean, there's some guys that come out of the gate fast, and there's others that you got to persevere. Many of us have to persevere, and that's what he has done. And he's earned the right to play, to be the starter, but even more so, he's earned the right to be the captain because, again, the time that he's put in, the perseverance he's shown is what makes him different.
You mentioned special teams. Coach was really fantastic this past Saturday as well. Matthew Cook, the kicker, really stands out to me. 2 44-yard field goals, 4 for 4 on extra points. Mr. Consistent so far.
So far, yes, and again, he's off to a great start. I mean, he came off. There was 2 big kicks. One was early in the football game that we had kind of stubbed our toe on offense, and we'd gotten down in there, and we got the yards back on a play to Alex Allen, but we had to make a long field goal, and Cook did that.
The punt coverage, the punt team, the kick return game, the kick team, all doing an excellent job so far this season for the UNI Panther football team. We'll have more with Coach Farley coming up. Stick around. That Alfonso Lambert story is right around the corner.